It has been a while, kind of. I don't know. Do you count the Flycast? It's been a while since the Around the Bar, since any Around the Bar. And the last Around the Bar that I did, I don't know if any of you guys saw it, but got a little bit of feedback. A few people talked about it. If you've never seen an Around the Bar before, basically I just sit down and talk, and we treat it as if we're around the bar. I just usually grab an alcoholic drink, but you can drink whatever. You can drink water. You can drink chocolate milk. You can drink, soda. Today I'm going to drink a chocolate milk. It's like 1 p.m, so I don't even know if we have any alcoholic beverage in the house. I don't think we do. I think we drank it all because we got a few things, a few different bottles of different alcoholic beverages and like a few different liquors, and I believe we drank them all. So that's the state of my life. How are you guys doing? No, we got a puppy. I'm sure you guys have either seen the pictures or have seen the vlog footage. It's been a lot of work. I have been doing 30% of the work, because as soon as we got the puppy, I left twice. I left to go to Columbus and then got back from Columbus and immediately in less than 24 hours left to go to Charlotte. One of my buddies got married. If you are a friend of mine and you're not married yet, can you chill out? Because I'm tired of going to these weddings. I like them. I like weddings. But just slow down. Oh my God. We're at the point where it feels like everybody's getting married. Everybody's getting married. Kids are coming next. Just let me and my life, it's not putting pressure. It's just like, I don't know. Just slow down, everybody. It was worse when I was single. It's not as bad now, but it's just like, goodness gracious. The puppy is a lot of fun. Poops everywhere, pees everywhere, and it's the first time it's probably the fourth time I've helped raise a puppy. Third time I've helped raise a puppy, but it's the first time ever since this whole YouTube thing started. So it's hard enough raising a puppy, but it makes it even more difficult having everybody like try to help you and like tell you what to do. Which I know that sounds really like ungrateful, but at the same time, it's like, oh, I can't believe you got a French. Like I keep seeing, I can't believe you got a French Bulldog. They have so many problems. Like you're gonna pay so much in vet bills and get a different collar for the dog because you're gonna hurt its neck. And I can't believe you got a dog for an apartment. Seems kind of cruel to the dog. Those are like the top like critiques that I've heard about having a French Bulldog, and it's just like thank you, yeah, like thank you, but oh man, like let me live my life. Let me raise this dog. But we do need to get. Well, we already knew we needed to get a collar for the dog. This spit scream won't stay still. We knew we needed to get like a harness for the dog instead of a collar. But it came with a collar, and we haven't needed to get a harness yet because we don't really walk him that much. We haven't walked him like a long way. We take him outside. He does his business. We do a lap around the pond, and we come back inside and play with him. Then he gets tired. Then he sleeps because he can barely breathe through his nose. He's like me. And and then we repeat the cycle. Half the time he poops in the house. Half the time he poops out the house. It's just how it is. But it's a lot of fun. The crazy thing is the breeder, he came with the name Paris, and we couldn't really like figure out another name or like agree on another name. So Sam was like, let's just keep the name Paris. And I was like, okay, it's not that bad. Like they've been calling him Paris. Like maybe he'll learn his name faster. And then I find out, 2 days after we have this dog, that Banks has not only a French bulldog, or not only, well, I already screwed it up, but he not only has a French bulldog, but he has a dog named Paris, a Paris French bulldog. Like, jeez. Luckily, I haven't gotten like too much shit for that, which is crazy. I might be thinking too much into it, but the fact that I've only seen that comment like twice out of any of my videos just shows how many people, like, that shows the separation between phase and optic. Like, if you're a phase fan, you're a phase fan, and you don't really watch optic videos, and vice versa. You know what I mean? Like, which that's kind of crazy to me. Like, esports fan, or like phase fans are like in like a different realm. Like phase and optic they used to be like direct competitors, but now it just seems like it's two different sides of like everything, which I don't know. It's kind of because like I never even hear. First of all, I don't watch any like phase videos, and that's not like I don't really watch a lot of YouTube in general, but I don't watch any phase videos, or otherwise I would have known about the whole Banks thing. And then nobody warned me whenever I said we're getting a French bulldog. Nobody said, oh, Banks just got 2 French bulldogs. It wasn't until I talked to Jack, because apparently Jack watches every video on YouTube ever and researches everything. Like, he literally knows everything about YouTube and Twitch. And I'm just like, okay, man. He was like, did you know Banks has a French bulldog and his name's Paris? And I'm like, no, I didn't know that at all. But thank you so much. All right, enough about the little pooper. Things since the last. It's been weird. Things since the last around the bar. I've talked about it 100 times. I talked about it on Reddit too. It did turn into a Hex versus Hitch thing, which I hated. Didn't want that at all, but I also didn't want to drop any names, and I didn't want to drop any like anything like names of companies or names of people or positions or anything like that. I didn't want to say anything in the last around the bar. And do I regret making the video? I don't regret it at all, because at the end of the day, like, all this stuff was in transition from me, being a big part of it, into now I was a tiny part of it, and then that transition into being no part of it. So I'm not just going to wither away from the channel that I feel like I've been helping build for the past 2 years, and not tell anybody why, or not tell anybody that it was going to happen. So I don't regret making the video. And I did say that I was frustrated, while I was talking in the last around the bar, but I don't feel like I was like bitching or crying about anything, because one of the critiques that I kept hearing was, oh, Hitch didn't get his way, so we just like bitched about it, which isn't the case, like, at all. Like, I haven't, if something is going to help optic, then by all means let's do it, even if it's not up to my interest. I don't really care about that stuff, especially since I have like way more free time, and I would be a content creator, and just kind of casually going about this whole thing. But I actively wanted more work or more responsibilities, because I thought that it would benefit optic in the long run, which I still think it would have. So I don't regret making the video. It is kind of crazy what all has happened since then, because I was told that I was going to have a team. I don't think I ever mentioned that in the last around the bar video. I was told that I was going to have a team, and it was the people that I listed. Muggsy, Ariel, and Amanda. And since this all, Muggsy is now the head, the head of media at Envy. He got a job offer at Envy. So, congratulations to him. It's going to be awesome to see him do that. He told me that he was holding off on a lot of stuff because he really wanted to work with Optic, and I think he would have been an amazing, person to work here. Just really sucks that it didn't go through. But I think he's going to make some amazing content over at Envy, and just congratulations to him. So I said that I was going to have it. I was told that I was going to have a team, so I made the team. I even put out a tweet that said like something about Aaron, Ariel, and I being Optic Media, and then I changed my bio to head of Optic Media because I was told that's what was going to happen. Again, not saying any names, but this I was not told by Hex. So just to clear, not make the same mistake twice, I guess. And then a week goes by and there's not a lot of communication, and then I'm just told, hey, it's not gonna work out how you thought it was, and we're just gonna go with the whole content creator thing. And I was like, they were like, you can have vision, but you're gonna be an executive producer, so that none of the things fall on your plate, like none of the deliverables. I'm just like, what is executive producer? I'm like, oh, you tell them what to do, but you don't do any of it. So I wouldn't be. So maybe I'd be I'd just go to the events and shoot and give them my footage and tell them how to edit it. But then there's a difference between, a big reason that there was conflict in the first place is that I was told that, Vision was supposed to have a bunch of different guidelines. Like it was supposed to only be a 14-minute vision. It wasn't supposed to go longer than 14 minutes. And I was just telling them, I was telling the people, I was like, that's not really how Optic works. Like, I know that might be how YouTube works. Like 14-minute videos get more views and stuff. But if I put out a 14-minute vision, I would get roasted. Like, and then also like the ending, they wanted it more of like a trivia style ending where it's like, thanks for watching, check out our other videos, that kind of stuff. And I'm just like, I understand like playing YouTube whole side of things, but like, I don't know, there's just some differences in opinions when it comes to Vision. So if I was executive producing Vision, but it was still going along the guidelines that had been told to me previously, then I could executive produce it, but they handle all of Vision in general. So they would make a 14-minute vision that I would be executive producing, and then I would still, catch all the flack for it. And so I said I wasn't interested in that. And that is along the time where I was like, I think it's best right now, because people kept throwing the word ultimatum around, like that I gave Infinite an ultimatum. I sat down and I said, I want this or I'm leaving, which wasn't the case. It was, with all of this stuff going on, these are the two ways that we can move forward. And there's really no other way. Like you can't mix the two because there was there was so much difference in opinion. And I tried to meet halfway on a lot of things, but it just didn't work out. And I'm sure they tried to meet me halfway on a lot of things. And, I wasn't willing to budge, because I knew the consequences of what was going to happen, many of which you can like see happening now. And, so, regardless, all that happened. I made the video. Hex gets pretty pissed off, at me, then kind of calms down a little bit, understands the situation, and puts out his video. And, throughout this entire time, I haven't heard a word from anybody else. We say that we told everybody it wasn't a Hitch versus Hex situation. It was dealing with other people. But then everybody made it into a Hitch versus Hex situation. And then they found out it wasn't a Hitch versus Hex situation. So then they were like, oh, okay, cool, we're good. But all of everything that happened in the meantime, like I wasn't contacted by anybody else. I actively tried to contact some of the no scope creators and just ask them what's going on with Vision, and they'll just tell me like, like I don't know, like I don't know what's going on with Vision, but like I'm just shooting the trivias because that's what I'm being told to do, and like I guess I found out on live stream that CS was getting their own series, which that's going to be super awesome, especially with all the no scope guys behind it. Talking about John and Joe, because I know they're gonna kiss. What the hell? They're gonna crush it. I was gonna say kill it and crush it, and it turned into kish it. So they're gonna kish it. So yeah, I'm still kind of like, I don't know. I'm not like 100% sure about anything really. Hex, the only person who has talked to me about Vision since then is Hex, and at first I didn't know like what to think about that because I didn't want to like feel like I was going behind anybody's back. It's like, yo, I'm still doing Vision, even though I just told all of my subscribers that I'm not doing Vision and basically all of the Green Wall. And but Hex said, no, you are doing Vision. So Hex actually ordered all of the equipment for Vision, and that came in a couple days ago. The first Vision back is going to be Monday after CW Atlanta. That's gonna be the first Vision back, which I'm super excited about. Atlanta won't be in the Vision, but there will be some other really cool stuff in it. So that's pretty exciting. I was supposed to get a lot more cool stuff at the COD LAN or at the COD playoffs, but I got super sick the one day that I went down there to record. Like I couldn't even. I if you saw my vlog, like I explained it, I thought I was gonna throw up like all day. So I was supposed to go over to their apartments, which Hex told me even if I went, like they were disgusting and messy, so I wasn't going to be able to get any behind the scenes content. But who knows if he was just trying to make me feel better. So I got the interviews that I needed and stuff like that. Then it's going to cover the Call of Duty event, the Mexico City event. Tomorrow I'm going to go in whenever Counter-Strike plays. And I'm probably going to get footage of them watching their new series that's coming out, and then also their first games are tomorrow, so that'll be really fun to go and watch that and shoot that. So there'll be a lot of stuff. It's going to be a lot of stuff within this Vision, and I hope that people are still interested. I want to live stream it, and I want it to be uploaded. It'll have to be uploaded early in the morning, so because of a few things. But anyway, I'm just kind of like ranting right now. So I'm excited to get back to it, and then once we're back to that, it will be a weekly series. It will be every Thursday type thing, as long as nothing crazy happens, or nothing is, I don't know, as long as there's no like red tape or somebody tells me otherwise, I believe that it's going to be every Thursday. So I'm super excited about that. I'm excited to get back to it. It's been the first week that Nation has been uploading, and I haven't been a part of it, and it's a weird feeling. It's not like I'm not angry or I'm not sad. I don't think I'm sad. But it's just different. It's a different mentality, or it's a different way of going through life, having been a part of something for so long, and now just watching it being run by other people. I do like how much, or I do like how often the uploads are coming, but I feel like a lot, I don't know, I feel like a lot has changed, and you can kind of see that. So I feel like there needs to be some sort of content meeting between all the content creators, so that we can kind of like explain what the green wall likes to see, and how we can do that. Because just uploading just to check off a to-do list to get something, to upload as many times a week, that was a really, really big issue with why there was frustrations in the first place when it came to that whole time whenever I was working at No Scope. I would just say, it's I understand we need to upload more, but we need to upload the right things, because if not, we're either going to get negative feedback, or just even worse than negative feedback is people stop caring. And I hope it doesn't get to that point, and I hope that we can all come back and really explain and band together and deliver some kick-ass content. I feel like there's a lot of cool games out there that people would love to watch different Optic members play together. Like if you watch the Node videos, those videos are bomb. Like the escape from Turok or something, I don't know, some video game like that. There's also like there's this new or even like if you watch like Big Timer play like Islands of Nine, which is like this new BR game that's out. Like if you watch something like that, I feel like that would be so sick. Just Big T and like one other person, like Hypoc or something, playing Islands of Nine. I feel like anything like that would be super fun to watch, because people want to watch new games, but I just feel like playing Fortnite every single week. Like I could pull up Twitch right now and watch Ninja play Fortnite, and it's going to be 10 times more exciting than anything that we can put out, at Optic, because unless something wild happens, it's going to be hard to really like step ahead of stuff like that. So we kind of got to get ahead of the game, while continuing to hold the personalities that we have right now, and have people enjoy that. I guess, I don't know. I feel like I just ranted a lot, but that's kind of like, it's always what's on my mind. Like every single time that I see Optic, the Optic channel upload, I'm just kind of like, I always way over critique it in my mind, which, I understand the bias behind that, but it's still, even, a week after not being involved anymore, it's still really all I think about. I guess you could say. So I don't know if this was all like a mistake, I guess, because thinking back on everything, as far a mistake as far as like my video and being like quote unquote transparent or whatever, because it caused a lot of conversation, and I think it opened the eyes of a lot of people that are really involved. The people that just watch videos and on their lunch break, they just want to see like just like a funny video or a vlog or whatever on their lunch break. Like they don't really care. But the people that are like really ingrained into Optic, like as a fan, like kind of open their eyes onto how like the current state is, because a lot happened, and the content creators and myself and the players weren't told like what was happening. It just kind of happened. And so if we didn't even know, then how is how's the fan base supposed to know what's going on? So we finally got caught up, and some of us, a lot of people were were like, okay, that's how it is. And then a lot of people as well were like, well, this kind of sucks now. Like I'm not very happy, or like or just confused. Like what is going on again? Like, can you explain that to me, because I don't get it. And you know, that kind of happened early January, just like people kind of finally getting up to speed on what was going on. And then I feel like with my video, and then Hex's video immediately after that, and then Krim's AMA, and then like I think Bo's just put out a video. It's just like with all of that, like people are finally like starting to understand like what exactly is going on now. And I feel like it was I don't know if it's like a positive thing, but I feel like it was a thing that you know, is beneficial towards the fan base to have happened, because, you know, instead of thinking, oh, this is how, you know, Optic's still the same, it's just a little bit different because something happened. And then they watch my video, they watch Hex's video, they're just like, oh, okay, so Optic is completely different. But, you know, they all still have this like family feel or whatnot, or they're all still friends and everything like that. Like, people kind of get it that way. So I don't know if that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think I made a mistake. If I were to do anything differently, I just would have made the video and not put, or, you know, let people know that Hex had my back throughout all of this, and he's still continuing to have my back. It seems like, you know, for the most part, he is the sole, you know, reason that I have vision, which is, you know, which is awesome, that's, you know, that's because if I didn't have vision, like, I don't know what, I don't know what I would be doing. You know, it was crazy streaming the day after I made Around the Bar, and, you know, a lot of people hadn't watched it that were in my stream, and they were just like, hey, are you coming to CWL Birmingham? And I'm just like, no, I'm not. Or like, are you coming to this event or whatever? And I'm just like, I don't think I'm going to anything, guys. But I will be streaming, and I will be making videos. Speaking of making videos, I want to work together with Ariel, the other guy that I know is supposed to be on that team or whatever, the Justice League of Optic. I'm gonna work with him to try to get the Hitch Presents YouTube channel back up. So want to do a lot of gaming videos, and I know, like, whatever, like, views might not be there, the support might not be there for a little bit, but I feel like if I grind it out a little bit, then it'll be fun. And I like playing games, and I like, you know, I feel like I have some pretty dope ideas, as long as, you know, people in Optic are willing to collaborate, that people will enjoy it, and it's not just going to be random, you know, let's plays of me playing Tetris or whatever. I've got some pretty cool ideas, and I hope that people will like those. If you have any suggestions of games that you would like to watch me play, and if the answer is I would never watch you play anything in my entire life because you are ugly and boring, feel free to not put that in the comment section. Like, don't write anything if that is what you're thinking. You know, be the bigger person and just go watch a ninja video or something else. Just please don't be mean. But if you are interested in watching me play video games, I've been looking up like horror games because I feel like I'm a pretty jumpy person when it comes to scary movies and video games. I feel like it would be somewhat entertaining watching me play a scary video game. What are there any good horror games or any good FPSs coming out? Apparently there's something called Iron Sight. It's like I don't know what it is. There's Iron Sight. I have Battalion downloaded. I re-downloaded H1. Islands of Nine is still on my desktop. So I might get rid of PUBG because it is very boring to play. and to watch, and I feel like nobody would be interested in watching me play that, so might get rid of it. But I feel like it would be fun to kick that back up and hopefully, continue that going until Modern Warfare 2 Remastered comes out in 2019 and my life. So people I continuously get tagged in this. Like, what would happen if Modern Warfare 2 Remastered comes out? And I always say something funny like, oh, like, my life would be ruined. But genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, the day that Modern Warfare 2 Remastered is announced, I will be excited. I will be happy, but it's going to be the first time in history that I will have been 50% excited and 50% like scared for my well-being. And I'm not saying that as a joke, or I'm not saying that, oh, I can't wait to play this, it's going to ruin my life. Ha ha ha, friends. Clinks beer. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm going to not shower for 12 days. I'm going to forget what the sun feels like. When I look down and I see that it's 3:30, I'm going to have absolutely no idea if that is AM or PM. It might be the worst thing that could happen in my life. So I'm very excited about it. I'm extremely excited. An argument that I got into with Jack while I was hanging out with him at the event is, he said, you were one of those, dumbasses that thought that Cod4 Remastered was going to be good, and just like because I know everything, because I'm Jack, and ha ha ha, I lost a lot of weight and I'm handsome now, so I'm cocky and ha ha ha, quit my job and because I want to be ninja. Like all that, like he said, I knew that you were gonna hate, that everybody was gonna hate COD4 because I'm a better human than anybody else in this world. I'm paraphrasing what he said, but he said something like along those lines. And he said, I knew you were gonna hate COD4 Remastered or Modern Warfare Remastered because it's all about nostalgia, because it's people just play those games because it's nostalgic. And he was like, and when Modern Warfare 2 comes out, it's going to be the same thing. You're going to play it for a month because it's boots on the ground and it's nostalgic, and then you're going to realize that it has no replay value. And I was like, see, Jack, like this is why I know that, I have a higher IQ than you, because Modern Warfare Remastered was good, but please don't hate me, but COD4 was not a good game. It was just the first one. The respawn in that game was really bad. There was no good respawn. There wasn't CTF. There wasn't hardpoint. There wasn't even like uplink. Blitz was even more fun than a lot of the stuff in that. Their Dead Silence wasn't. Dead Silence isn't silent, which that's basically lying. But Dead Silence isn't silent, and the only reason was never a big deal is because not a lot of people had headsets whenever COD4 was being played. So then Modern Warfare Remastered comes out when basically everybody has a headset. You put on Dead Silence, and you still sound like an elephant running around. And then also, the connection is even better, which you think that's a good thing, but whenever you have a gun that kills in half a burst, it's actually a bad thing. So, and the maps aren't really that great you know, the maps are good and like TDM and like Dom and like public matches, they're good. But as far as like S&D, because you can only really play S&D, there's like, you know, everything is just running into one bomb site. It's like on Backlot, you got to get into A. On Crash, you have to run into A. I think it's A on both of those maps. On Overgrown, you can literally watch the cross at the very beginning of the game, and you can already tell where everybody is going. Or if, unless they smoke the cross, but then one person's tactical is gone. I don't. It's like. Same thing on Strike. Like even Strike wasn't even like Strike is like one of my favorite maps of all time, but it's like not even like it's good, but it's not like it would be better as like a CS map. Like you'd have to have a lot of tacticals in order to get anything going because I don't know. And it's very connection based. But in Modern Warfare 2, you got the best maps in COD history. You got Terminal, Scrapyard, High Rise. High Rise might be the like all around is not my favorite map, but it might be the best map in COD history. You know, even Invasion is an amazing map. Karachi S&D is going to be amazing to watch or play. Like, and then you have the UMP with lightweight, so it's not like it's ever going to be boring because you're watching kids with a UMP lightweight run around, and if they run into another UMP lightweight, that's going to be a crazy gunfight. Or you also have an ACR in the back. Like, it's just going to be fun. Like, it's going to be high paced. It's going to be fun to play Respawn. It's going to be fun to watch rushes in S&D because you didn't even really have that in COD 4. And I feel like it is going to be played even better. You know, you might melt because especially since it's on next gen, like a UMP might kill you in 3 bullets. Yes, like that's going to be one frustrating part. But I feel like that game is more balanced than COD 4. And I feel like it'll be an all-around better game. So basically, like the moral of this is Jack can suck it. Like Jack does not know all. And I'm tired of this cocky ass Dunlop, you know, running around thinking he's the man. Like, it's just annoying. Like, thank God that's just going to be Maven from now on. All right, guys. Well, I don't really have a lot more to talk about in this around the bar, but it's going to be all right. Everything will be fine going ahead. It might not, and it might be bumpy. It might not be the smoothest transition or the smoothest couple of weeks or months, but at the end of the day, it's going to be fine. Esports will continue. You know, YouTube content will continue. I do have to go backhand the shit out of Nick pretty soon, so I'll go do that today for you guys, and then you know, Optic will continue. Might change a little bit, might be different, but it'll continue. So thank you guys so much for watching. This has been another Around the Bar with my chocolate milk. See you next time. Peace.